Welcome to News Showcase, a daily roundup of top stories in India and around the world. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The opposition alliance, which is named India, staged a protest in Delhi over the mass suspension of lawmakers from the parliament over the past week. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor said that the protest will happen everywhere in all the states on Friday. He said people should know that democracy is in danger and whatever is happening is wrong for the future of the country. Tharoor appealed to the people to change the government and bring the India bloc to power. The leader of the Nationalist Congress Party, Sharad Pawar, said the alliance was ready to pay any price to save democracy. Over 140 lawmakers were suspended from parliament after they demanded a statement on the security breach at the building. The government of Tamil Nadu has released figures in connection with the cash aid for people affected by the cyclone in Chennai and surrounding districts. It said 92% of the relief fund had been dispersed in the 4 districts ravaged by Cyclone Migjam earlier this month. The statement said 5.5 lakh people who did not have a ration card had applied for the aid. It said their applications are under consideration. The government announced a cash aid of rupees 6,000 to each family, which had signed up for state-run food rations. The cyclone caused widespread damage and left 22 people dead. In the aftermath of the storm, the federal government announced 2,000 crore rupees in initial assistance to the state. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said the cyclone and flooding that hit Tamil Nadu cannot be declared as a national disaster. The minister said the central government has already announced 900 crore rupees in aid to help the state recover from the damages caused by storm. The finance minister criticized the state's preparedness to handle the extreme weather and questioned the government's claim that it had invested rupees 4,000 crores in protective measures and safeguards. She also wanted to know what the government had learnt in the wake of the devastation which followed the cyclone and flooding. Experts said the far south of the state was lashed by heavy showers never seen in half a century. The leader of the DMDK party, Prema took a tour of flood-hit areas in Tuticorin district and interacted with the residents. She suggested the government should announce 1 lakh rupees in assistance to the affected families. She made a sharp attack on the governing DMK party and said it was only concerned about winning elections and not interested in the welfare of the people. She alleged that Chief Minister M.K. Stalin did not do enough to bring relief to the victims of flooding. Prema was recently named head of the DMDK party, replacing her husband actor Vijay Kant, who stepped back due to poor health. The actor founded the party during the height of his film career in 2005. The Indian Army has said 4 of its soldiers were killed and 3 others were injured in a gun battle with militants in Jammu and Kashmir region. It said the firefight took place in Poonch district after 2 army vehicles came under fire Thursday afternoon. The attack by militants came while the army was in the midst of an operation in the area. First reports quoting a defense spokesman said the fighting was continuing. Last month, 5 troops were killed during an operation against militants in the territory. The army and militants opposed to Indian rule in Jammu and Kashmir engage in fighting regularly. Reports say over 35 Indian troops have been killed in battles in the area in the past 2 years. The Indian Navy has deployed a second ship to the Gulf of Aden after pirates hijacked a cargo vessel last week. Officials said the stealth-guided missile destroyer INS Kolkata joined INS Kochi, which has been conducting operations in the region for some time. On December 14th, the Indian Navy responded to distress calls from a Maltese-flagged freight vessel and evacuated one of its 18 crew members who was injured by pirates. Reports said pirates who took control of the vessel forced it to sail to the Somali coast. The Gulf of Aden is an important shipping route and approximately 11% of the world's petroleum shipments passes through it to reach the Suez Canal and other regions. India prepares for the longest night of the year today, a phenomenon known as winter solstice. Observed on December 21st or 22nd every year, the event marks a major seasonal transition. The winter solstice occurs annually when the northern hemisphere is tilted furthest away from the sun, resulting in the longest night and the shortest day of the year. In India, the solstice occurred at 8:57 a.m. and the shortest day of the year will occur in the northern hemisphere with roughly 7 hours and 14 minutes of daylight. The best way to observe the phenomenon is to watch the sun rise and set on the day of solstice. Exactly the opposite happens during summer solstice with extended daylight hours. A senior leader in the Congress party has indicated its former president Sonia Gandhi will either attend the Ram Temple inauguration or she will send a delegation from the party. Digvijay Singh confirmed that Gandhi has been invited to the grand event on January 22nd in the town of Ayodhya. Singh said she was very positive about the invitation. Reports said Prime Minister Narendra Modi will preside over ceremonies to install the idol of Hindu god Ram at the temple. The construction of the temple began in March 2020, and various reports estimated the cost of construction at 1,800 crore rupees. The inauguration comes just months before India will vote to choose a new Prime Minister. Reports in the Indian media say the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, has been invited to attend India's Republic Day events next month. It is the sixth time a French leader will be the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations to be held on January 26th. Macron and Prime Minister Narendra Modi met in Delhi in September, when the French leader was in India to attend the G20 summit. Earlier, Modi visited France to mark the 25th anniversary of the strategic partnership between the two nations. India and France cooperate closely in various sectors, including defense, space, civil nuclear projects, trade, investment, education, culture, and people-to-people ties. Hamas, the Palestinian militant group which controls the Gaza Strip, has ruled out any more hostage releases until Israel agrees to a complete end to its military operations. Israel says it has killed more than 2,000 Hamas fighters in Gaza since the short truce in November, when more than 100 hostages were freed. Around 120 people abducted from Israel when Hamas attacked its southern border in early October are believed to be still in captivity in Gaza. The truce in November collapsed days after it took effect, after Israel said Hamas violated its terms. Efforts continue at the United Nations to pass a resolution that would pave the way for a ceasefire to end the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Some of India's top female wrestlers have expressed anger and disappointment after the election of Sanjay Singh as the new president of the Wrestling Federation of India. The wrestlers said sexual harassment will continue in the sport as Singh is a close aide of his predecessor Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who has been accused of sexual misconduct. Singh won the election by an overwhelming majority of 40 to 47. Some wrestlers broke down after the results of the federation's election was announced. Wrestler Vinesh Phogat, a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, expressed concern that harassment of female wrestlers will continue under the new president. Another one, Olympic medalist Sakshi Malik, said she was quitting the sport in protest. Malayalam blockbuster 2018 failed to secure a place in the final 15 Oscar shortlist under the International Feature Film category. A place in the Oscars 2024 shortlist means the entry can officially compete, but it does not guarantee that the film will advance in the final nominations of the Academy Awards. 2018 is a survival drama about the floods that devastated Kerala in that year. Since Lagan in 2002, no Indian entry has secured a nomination for Best International Feature Film at the Oscars. The 96th Oscar Awards event will be held in March next year at the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles. A viral advertisement featuring actors Ram Charan and Shobita Dulipala has overwhelmed the internet in India after it appeared on social media. The clip, which promotes the wedding wear brand Manyawar, features the stars as bride and bridegroom. The video has sparked passionate calls from users to feature the couple in a full-length movie. One user said, "This is gold, can someone cast them in a movie?" Similar comments flooded social media accounts that posted the video. Manyavar's growth as a brand is heavily attributed to its extensive focus on marketing and advertising, which boasts of the highest advertising budget in the industry. Thank you for joining me on News Showcase. Do tune in tomorrow same time for the latest headlines in India and around the world.